I'd like to welcome Mayor Boswell, Colonel Hill, Master Sergeant Picasso, Mr. Gerber, Sergeant Major Bass, and Chapter Anderson. Please be seated.
At this time, Eagle Scouts strive for the right to center the candles. The candles represent duty to God and country, duty to others, and duty to self. In scouting, as in most activities of life, there are rules. The rules of scouting are found in the 12 points of the Scout Law. As the candle is lit for each point of the Scout Law, let us pay careful attention to the words and rededicate ourselves to the principles contained in those words.
A scout is trustworthy.
A scout tells the truth, he keeps his promises. Honesty is part of his code of conduct.
A scout is loyal.
A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leader, school, nation, and world community.
A scout is helpful.
A scout is concerned about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward.
A scout is friendly.
A scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He seeks to understand others. He respects those with ideas and customs that are different from his own.
A scout is courteous.
A scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that good manners make it easier for people to get along together.
A scout is kind.
A scout understands there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. He does not harm or kill anything without reason.
A scout is obedient.
A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobey them.
A scout is cheerful.
A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way and tries to make others happy.
A scout is thrifty.
A scout works to pay his way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects
protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property.
A scout is brave.
A scout is brave. A scout can face danger, even if he's afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him.
A scout is clean.
A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He goes around with those who believe in living by these same ideals. He helps keep his home and community clean.
A scout is reverent.
A scout is reverent toward God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the belief of others.
As you can see on the stage today, we have a distinct guest that's with us, Sergeant Mayor Chris Boswell. He's a lifelong resident of Harlingen and the Rio Grande Valley. He also earned the rank of Eagle Scout. And during high school and college, he served as a member of the Camp Perry staff. Mr. Boswell has also served as a volunteer adult leader for his son's Scout Club Pack and Boy Scout Troop, where he also earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Chris Boswell was just reelected as mayor of Harlingen and is now the longest serving mayor in the city's history. In his role as mayor, he also serves on statewide commissions. Mayor Boswell is a participating attorney here in Harlingen and is a long member of the Rio Grande Council Boy Scout Association Executive Board. He has also served as the council president. Chris is also the vice president of the Southern Region Boy Scout Association Executive Board. We are privileged to have Mayor Chris Boswell with us today to present Aiden and Christian with the Eagle Scout charge. Mayor Boswell.
Aiden and Christian would come forward and stand next to me so I can see your faces when I give you the charge. Thank you. The Boy Scouts of America and all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. And you, Aiden Kennedy and Christian Bryant, have been counted worthy of the highest rank in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position is one of honor and responsibility. You are marked men. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. When you fail to uphold the obligations of the status of Eagle Scout, you diminish greatly the good name of all true and worthy Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country and to your God. America has an abundance for you and for your children after you, but this abundance depends upon the quality of citizenship she can produce in her people and the quality of manhood she can produce in young men like yourselves. You come to help America in all that she needs most. She has a great past, and you can make her future even greater. I charge each of you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be leaders, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men, to the finest living. Too many use their strength and intellect to exploit others and toward selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. And whatever others may do, you will leave a legacy of which you and every Scout may be justly proud. I charge you now to uphold the Scout oath, to do your duty to God and your country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep yourselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. On behalf of the Court of Honor of the Rio Grande Council of Boy Scouts of America, I hope that you will always represent the finest of character and citizenship. We welcome you into the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts and congratulate you, your parents, and your Scout leaders.
Mr. Steve Gerber will now present the Eagle Oath.
Repeat after me, the Eagle Scout oath. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence strongly count for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop and in my community and in all my contacts with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
And now Colonel Hill will recite the Eagle Scout poem.
Before I do, I just want to congratulate both of you. And for you other scouts out there, I was in scouting from the first day I could join Cub Scouts until the last day I could be an Explorer Scout. And I was able to accomplish a lot of things, but one thing I did not accomplish was being an Eagle Scout. I made it to life, but I didn't push that little bit further to make it to Eagle. And it's something that I've always regretted, and I want to charge each of you. You have one opportunity. I want to charge each of you to achieve, to reach Eagle Scout, just as these young men did. A fond mother watches her boy where he stands apart from his comrades tonight. As they place on his camp-battered tunic a badge, an eagle, the emblem of right. It seems to her just a few short months have passed since he joined with the youngster next door. How proud he was then of his tenderfoot pen as he told her the message it bore. But the years have gone as he struggled along to learn what the Scout law is about, and he practiced daily that oath and that law until now he's an Eagle Scout. You may smile with your worldly wise wisdom at this and say it's only a pen, but I tell you no honors he'll ever gain as a man will mean as much to him. The red, white, and blue of the ribbon you see are symbols of honor and truth. He has learned how to value these fine attributes in glorious days of youth. And the outflinging wings of the eagle that rests on his breast of this night of today are the things which shall lift him above petty deeds and guide him along the right way. Yes, it's only a pin, just an Eagle Scout badge, but the heart that beneath it is true, that will throb to the last for the things that are good, a lesson for me and for you. Congratulations.
started Boy Scouts at the age of 7. I got into Scouts because my friends were doing it, my next door neighbors were doing it, and I thought it would be fun. I went to many campouts with my Cub Scout troop, and they helped mold me into the person I am today. My last meeting at Cub Scouts, I received the Arrow of Light before I graduated to Boy Scouts. The next step in my journey brought me to the Boy Scouts of Chip 7 at 741 at my local church. I received the majority of my promotions and achievements there. I attended El Rancho SEMA my first year and many other weekend camping trips. After this, I went to Troop 1010, a new troop that needed members at the church my grandma attended. With the help of the adult leaders, I achieved a few more ranks and even went to Sid Richardson Scout Camp. I then enrolled at MMA and 3 years later joined Troop 22. With the help of Mr. Gerber and Master Sergeant Picasso and First Sergeant Hernandez, I was able to work on a service project at Habitat for Humanity. The service project required demolition of a building that was to be office spaces for the staff. Me and my group of friends put in 133 man-hours and managed to get everything done. We ended up using 3 rollaway dumpsters with debris for our cleanup for the building.
me on my journey to Eagle Scout, which includes my parents, Mr. Greenberg, and my second council, all the scouts that helped me on my Eagle project, the Showers, Martinez for helping me on my Eagle project as well. Thank you. My Eagle Scout project was repainting the lobby of the homeless shelter, Boats and Fishes. We were painting it from a dark green to a practical beige, and it included 2 coats of paint and 1 coat of primer. It took 126 man-hours to do. I started Scouts as a Cub Scout in Tomball, Texas at the age of 5. That was 10 years ago. I spent 2 years there until my family moved to Dubai before I was able to continue Cub Scouts. And I spent 2 years in Dubai and completed my last year of Cub Scouts in Spring, Texas. I achieved the Arrow of Life Award and moved on to my first Boy Scout troop. I was only there for 1 year, but I managed to achieve 2nd class. After I achieved 2nd class, my family moved to Qatar this time. We spent 3 years in Qatar, and I was able to achieve the rank of Life Scout. We then moved back and I enrolled at the Marine Military Academy in Troop 22. And it was here with the help of Mr. Gerber, Master Sergeant Picasso, and all the cadets in the Boy Scout troop, and all the staff that helped me. I was able to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. Thank you.
Winston Churchill once said that asking a politician not to say a few words was like asking a centipede not to lay a foot on the ground. So when he asked me, I said, okay, I'm happy to just give a couple of brief remarks. The Eagle charge that I gave to these scouts really is a signal to them that this is not the end of anything. This is the beginning. You have a lot of responsibility and you have a lot to share because of the leadership skills that you have developed through scouting by becoming an Eagle Scout. And so we really look to you in the future. This is not just a bunch of words that we wanted to put in to make a nice ceremony. It's real. This is a real charge to you, and it's a real thing that we ask you to take seriously as you go through your life and think about the lessons that you learned in scouting, the lessons that you learned along the way to become an Eagle Scout, because you are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. You're already leaders of men today. So I just want to thank you also, and thank this troop and this Marine Military Academy for all that you do to serve our community. I hope that that's one of the things that you get out of your service here at the Marine Military Academy, but particularly through scouting and your experiences is the importance of serving your community. I'm here to thank you on behalf of our community and the city of Harlingen for all the many service projects that you all participate in throughout the year, and in particular the types of service projects that these two Eagle Scouts discussed this morning as they described how they achieved their project to earn the Eagle Award. Because what you did was you served two very important other organizations in our community, Habitat for Humanity and Loaves and Fishes, which are so important and do so much good work. And so your support of them means a lot. It means a great deal to us here in Harlingen and throughout this community. So thank you, but it's not over. You're just starting.
Thank you, Mayor Basal. There's one individual that's made a very large impact in the MMA scouting program for many, many, many years. I won't say how many exactly, but I think you already know. Mr. Steve Gerber has gone above and beyond to support Troop 22 and various troops all around the state of Texas for many, many years. And for him to be a scoutmaster here years ago, go away to somewhere else, and then come back again, and to help me establish my roots as a scoutmaster, I can't thank you enough, Steve. You've been a whirlwind of nothing but knowledge, and the power that you put and trust in Troop 22 is deeply appreciated, so thank you so much.